Hello friends, in this lecture we will study what is crashing and time cost model. So it is one of the most important topic and I can say that it is little bit tougher. Okay, in comparison to the previous topics of PERT and CPM, this topic is little bit tougher. And last to last year, one question was asked. Okay, and in 2011 also, one 2 marks question was asked in GATE examination. So basically, in this chapter, there is nothing new formulas. Okay, what you have studied early, you have to apply those formulas, and some of the concept which I will tell you in this topic, you have to only apply those concepts and formulas and you have to get the result. So it is not very much tough, you have to just understand the concepts. Okay, so basically when we were talking about the difference between PERT and CPM. Okay, I have formulated those tables. So in CPM, I told you that in CPM we talk about cost analysis during crashing of a project. Okay, I have already told that in CPM we will talk about cost analysis during crashing of a project. Okay, so it is basically related with cost as well as time. Okay, up to now we have only talked about time, but in this topic we will talk about both cost as well as time. Okay, so generally when you say crashing simply means to reduce the project duration. Okay, crashing simply means to reduce the project duration. Suppose you are given a project, of construction of a dam. Okay, you have been given a project that you have to construct the dam, and the time, you already know it, that before in CPM we already know that what is the time. Okay, what is the time which is going to be consumed during construction of a project, because it is a deterministic approach. So you already know that, suppose for example I am saying that our project completion time is going to be 30 days. Our project completion time is going to be 30 days. Okay, and for this construction of a dam you require 100 direct labor. Okay, direct labor means those workers who are directly involved in your project, they are operating the machines. Okay, so they are directly involved in your project. There are indirect labors like security guards, okay, supervisor, inspectors, they are indirect workers or indirect labors. So the direct labors are 100 and you are using 10 machines. Okay, you are using 10 machines and some cost. Okay, for this construction of the dam in 30 days you are using 10 direct labors, 10 machines, and suppose you are getting x rupees. The total cost you are getting is x rupees. But one of your friends says that please apply the concept of crashing in this project. Okay, so what is crashing? Crashing means you have to reduce the project duration. He says that you have the work of construction. Okay, your project is construction of dam. This we are talking in crashing. Okay, it is just an example. So he says that when you will do the crashing, suppose the time now it will take is 25 days only. The time which it is going to consume is 25 days only. Okay, so it is good, but he says that since you are going to reduce the project duration by 5 days, it means you have to apply more effort. That means now instead of 100 direct labors you are using 200 direct labors. You are using 200 direct labors, and instead of 10 machines, now you are going to use 20 machines. Now you are going to use 20 machines. It means here you were giving the salary of only 100 workers. Now you will give the salary of 200 workers. Here you were buying only 10 machines. Now you will buy 10 more machines. It means you are going to increase your direct cost. You are going to increase your direct cost. But since you have reduced your project by 5 days, you have reduced your project by 5 days, it means the rent which you were giving early. Okay, here suppose you took the land for how many days? 30 days. Okay, so you were paying the rent only for 30 days. Now you will pay the rent only for 20 days. Also, the security guards which were working for 30 days, okay, on daily basis, now they will work only for 25 days. Okay, it means the indirect cost is going to be reduced. The indirect cost which was involved per day, okay, the indirect cost which was involved in rupees per day is now going to be reduced, because you are going to reduce the project duration by 5 days. It means one of the cost is increasing and the other cost is decreasing. So after the crashing you have to calculate the total cost. After crashing you have to calculate the total cost and find it and then compare it with the early cost, the cost which was coming before crashing and the cost which is coming after the crashing. Just compare both the cost. If it is less, then you will say that your crashing is justified. Your crashing is justified. But if the cost is increasing after crashing, then you will say that my crashing is not justified, because in crashing you are reducing the project duration. Okay, that's good. You are reducing the project duration, that's good. But you have to also see that whether our cost has been decreased or increased. So you have to look for optimum project duration. You have to look for optimum project duration, and the optimum project duration is the duration in which the cost of the project is minimum. The optimum project duration is the duration in which the cost of the project is minimum. So it was an overall picture of crashing. So basically in this you will reduce the project duration and also see whether the cost has been increased or decreased. Okay, you will be more clear about crashing with the help of some examples and some numericals. But now I am going to write the definitions. Okay, now I am going to write the definitions. So the first point is, we can say that crashing involves reduction in project duration. Okay, we have to reduce our project completion time. Okay, but in reducing the project duration, what we will do? Crashing involves reduction in project duration by providing more inputs and resources. You have to apply more input and resources. Okay, you were increasing the number of direct workers, you were increasing the number of machineries. Okay, so how you will reduce the project duration? By providing more input and more resources. The second point is, in doing this the direct cost In short, it is DC. The direct cost will increase. Okay, we have seen this how it is going to increase, because you are increasing the number of men and number of machineries, and in doing this the direct cost increases, direct cost will increase, and indirect cost the cost which you were paying per day, the indirect cost, in short it is IC will decrease. Okay, so direct cost will increase, and indirect cost it will decrease. The third point, we can say that direct cost involves cost of direct workers, raw materials, cost of machine, and etc. Okay, so direct cost will directly increase. Okay, and direct cost means direct of workers which are directly involved in your project. Okay, raw materials, cost of machine and equipments. The main objective of crashing is to reduce the main objective of crashing is to obtain optimum duration. Okay, you cannot simply reduce it. Okay, someone will say that why you are going to reduce it by 5 days, earlier you were completing it in 30 days, now you are going to complete it in 25 days. Someone will say complete it in 20 days or 10 days, but it is not possible. Okay, the cost will increase. Okay, so the aim is to obtain the optimum duration. So what is optimum duration? Optimum duration is the time with minimum project cost. So optimum duration is the time in which we are going to obtain the minimum project cost. Okay, suppose in the second step, when we reduced it to 25 days, the cost decreased, so we can continue our crashing. Okay, since the cost is decreasing, we can continue our crashing to further days. But if the cost is increasing, it means we have to stop there, because it is not optimum. Not optimum. Why? Because the cost is not minimum. If it is minimum, if it is coming less, then we can continue our crashing. But if the cost is increasing, then we have to stop our crashing, because this is not the optimum duration. Okay, now we will see what is the relation between time and cost. Okay, what is the relation between time and cost? That is time cost model. Time cost relationship. Okay, time cost relationship. So I am drawing a graph. Okay, I am drawing a graph. Okay, it is a question of 2020. Okay, it is a question of 2020, 1 marks question, mechanical engineering morning shift. I am drawing a graph. The y-axis is cost and the x-axis is time. Okay, the y-axis is cost and the x-axis is time. So suppose we were completing it in 30 days. We were completing our project in 30 days. So I am representing it with TN, that is normal project completion time for TN, 30 days. Okay, represented by TN. This is normal project completion time. And when you were completing it in 30 days, then the cost was your total project cost. The cost was your total project cost, and the cost corresponding to the normal project completion time is Cn. Okay, the cost which was coming is Cn. Okay, normal cost. Now someone says that reduce your project completion by 5 days. Okay, reduce your project completion by 5 days. It means you are going to reduce the time. It means you will move in this direction. Now you have reduced your project duration. You have reduced your project duration by 5 days, and the next time is your crashing time, that is TC. It was 25 days. Okay, TC, it is 30 days. Okay, the original or normal project completion time, at it is your crashing time. Okay, 25 days. You have reduced the duration by 5 days, but in doing so, in reducing the project completion time by 5 days, the direct cost is going to be increased. So you will say that the crashing cost, or after crashing the direct cost is going to be increased. So crashing cost is going to be increased, and it will be somewhere and represented by C crashing cost. Okay, crashing cost C. Now just try to join these points. It will not be a exact straight line. Okay, just try to join this point. It will not be a exact straight line, but we are assuming it to be straight. Okay, we are assuming that this region is very much small, so we can assume a curved line into a straight line. So just joining these points with the help of a straight line. Okay, actually when you will look in some books, it will be like this. Okay, it will be like this green color, but it can be assumed as a straight line. And now we can find the slope. Now we can find the slope, this theta. Okay, this theta. So what is tan theta? What is tan theta? Tan theta, or we can say it is the slope. So tan theta is perpendicular by base. So this is our perpendicular. This is CC minus CN. Perpendicular is CC minus CN. It is CC minus CN. Crashing cost and normal cost. And upon base. Base is TN minus TC. TN minus TC upon, it is TN minus TC. Okay. This slope is known as cost slope, and it is CC minus CN, TN minus TC, and it will come in rupees per day. And it was one of the objective question in 2020, 1 marks. You have to only tick the answer. Okay, it means when you are going to crash your project by 5 days. Okay, when you are going to crash your project by 5 days, you are going to increase the direct cost. You are going to increase the direct cost by 5 days. Okay, so suppose the slope you are getting is 100 rupees. Okay, the slope you are getting is 100 rupees, and you are reducing it by 5 days. So you are increasing your cost by 100 into 5 by 500 rupees. Okay, this is the significance of the graph, that you are going to increase your direct cost in rupees per day. So you have to just remember this formula. Okay, because in some of the numericals, first you have to calculate the cost slope, and then you have to go for the crashing. Okay, slowly we will learn everything. Okay, just be patient. Slowly we will learn everything. So this is the cost slope. It simply means that by reducing the project completion time by some amount, okay, you are going to increase your direct cost. You are going to increase your direct cost. So in direct cost you have to add this rupees. Okay, in direct cost you have to add this rupees. So the cost slope is rupees per day. So 100 into 5. Okay, 100 into 5. So it is basically relation between time and cost. Okay, it is a relation between time and cost, and this is the cost slope in rupees per day. Now we will take an example. Okay, we will take an example, and I will dictate you that what are the steps to solve a problem of crashing. I am taking a very easy numerical. Okay, I am taking a very easy numerical just for the beginning. Okay, in the upcoming lectures I will be taking more good numericals. Okay, so I am just taking an easy numerical. So it is one of the most important examples. Okay, with the help of example we will learn the different steps which are involved in solving the problem of crashing. Okay, so it is one of the very basics. Okay, one of the very basics. In next example we will learn the advanced one. Okay, so it is one of the basic one. So just a network diagram is given. A network diagram is given consisting of activity completion time. Okay, A, B, C and D, 4 activities are given and their respective time is also given. In the question you are given direct cost and indirect cost. Okay, the direct cost is 20,000 rupees and indirect cost is 500 rupees per day. Okay, indirect cost is 500 rupees per day, and there is a table given. In this you have given the activity and its cost slope. Activity and its cost slope. For activity A it is 200, for B it is 300, for C it is 100 and for D it is 400. And what you have to do, look at the question. Find the total cost. Find the total cost of the project. Find the total cost of the project if the project duration is crashed by 3 days. It means you have to reduce the project duration by 3 days and then you have to find the total cost. Okay, you have to find the total cost. So first what you will do, you will just, the first step, I am going to write the steps. Okay, first step is find the critical path. The first step is to find the critical path. So whether a network diagram is given or it is not given, first you construct the network diagram and find the critical path of that network diagram. So in this network diagram, what is the critical path? Critical path is the path which is consuming the highest duration. So just look, we have got three paths. The first one is AB. The first one is AB and the second one is A, C and D. In AB it consumes 11 days and in ACD it is going to consume 12 and 8, 20 days. Okay, so find the critical path is ACD. Our critical path is ACD, so we can double arrow it or there is no need. Okay, I'm just double arrowing it, but there is no need. So our critical path is ACD. So find the critical path. We have find the critical path and the project completion time is 20 days. Okay, in the next step, what you have to do, just find the total cost. Find the total cost of the project. Find the total cost of the project by using the equation. That is total cost equals to direct cost plus indirect cost. Total cost equals to direct cost plus indirect cost. So in this question the direct cost is given and the indirect cost is given. So the total cost will be direct cost, that is 20,000 rupees, and the indirect cost is, in one day it is taking 500 rupees. In one day The indirect cost is taking 500 rupees. So total duration is 20 days. So just multiply 20 with it. Just multiply 20 with it and calculate it. Calculate it. The total cost is going to be 20,000 plus 10,000. It is going to be rupees 30,000. It is going to be rupees 30,000. Okay. So it was the second step. The third step says that okay, you have find the total cost before crashing. Okay, now you have to crash the project. Crash the project. So in crashing, we look for crashing a activity. So in this network diagram, which activity is to be crashed? Okay, the question is which activity is to be crashed in the network diagram. So just like look at the critical path and critical activities. The critical activities are activity A, activity C, and activity D. Okay, just look at the critical activities. There are three critical activities: activity A, activity C, and activity D. Now just think, we have to crash one of the critical activity. And that will be the activity which is going to have the minimum cost slope. Okay, which is going to have the minimum cost slope. So the minimum cost slope is for activity C, it is 100 rupees per day. Why? Because you know that the direct cost is going to be increased. The early it is 20,000, and now if you are going to add, suppose you are going to add the activity D. Okay, activity D. So it will increase the cost by rupees 400 per day. So your direct cost is going to be increased more. But if you are going to crash the activity C, it will only increase the direct cost by rupees 100 per day. Okay, so your direct cost will not be increased very higher. Okay, so just you have to crash the critical activities which is having the minimum cost slope. Okay, just look for the minimum cost slope, because if you are going to crash any of these activity, either A or D, it is going to increase the cost more. Okay, it is going to increase the cost by rupees 200 per day. It is going to increase the cost by rupees 400 per day, but it will only increase the cost just by rupees 100 per day. Okay, so just crash activity C. So the third step is crash the critical activity having minimum cost slope by x number of days. X means you have to crash. In the question it is saying that you have to crash it down by 3 days. So x will be here 3. Okay, x will be here 3. But before doing that, just look at the network diagram. We have to crash the minimum cost slope activity by x number of days. The minimum cost slope activity in this network diagram is activity C. So we crash it by 3 days. When we will crash it by 3 days, the new duration will be 4 days. Okay, we have crashed the activity by 3 days. So the new time to complete the activity C will be 4 days. Okay, 4 days. Since you have done it, now calculate the project completion time. It is 5 plus 4 9, and 9 plus 8 17. Okay, and look at the other path, 5 and 6 11. Again why we have did that? Because suppose in crashing the minimum cost slope activity, it should be taken care that our critical path is not changed. Okay, so in this network diagram, I have already told you that it is one of the basic example. So in this network diagram, our critical path has not been changed, so we can directly crash the critical activity by 3 days. We can directly crash the critical activity having minimum cost low by 3 days directly. Okay, so we have crashed the critical activity having minimum cost low by x number of days. Okay, x number of days, and the next line I am writing, in doing so our critical path must not change. Our critical path must not change. It may happen that apart from this critical path, that is A, C and D, you may get another critical path in the critical activity. That's okay, but the original critical path should not change. You may get multiple critical path in the network diagram. After crashing the critical activity having minimum cost low, you may get a multiple number of critical path. That's not a problem. Okay, but the original critical path should not change. Okay, the original critical path should not change. In the upcoming examples, I will take those type of problems in which your critical path is going to be multiple. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to just calculate the new cost. Okay, so I'm going to write now. Fourth step is calculate the cost after crashing. Calculate the cost after crashing. So what is the total cost? What will be the total cost? Our total cost is direct cost plus indirect cost. Direct cost plus indirect cost. So the direct cost is rupees 20,000. Direct cost is rupees 20,000 plus, you know that after crashing the direct cost is going to be increased. The direct cost is going to be increased, and in this example it is going to increase by rupees 100 per day. Rupees 100 per day, and you have crashed it by 3 days. So the total increase in direct cost is 100 into 3, that is 300 rupees. So you will just add the cost low with the crashed time. So now this is your direct cost. This is your direct cost. Okay, you know that in crashing your direct cost is going to be increased, so it is 20,000. Okay, it is 20,000, and now plus 300. Okay, plus 300, because you are going to reduce the cost of this activity by 300 rupees. Okay, so it will be 20,000 plus 100 into 3. It is our direct cost. Now you have to add the indirect cost. Indirect cost is how much? Rupees 500. Rupees 500. Now just listen it. You know that after crashing the indirect cost is going to be decreased. Indirect cost is going to be decreased. Early the indirect cost was 500 into 20. Why 20? Because the project completion time was 20. Now the project completion time is not 20. The project completion time is 5 plus 4, 9, and 9 plus 8, how much? 17 days. So you just multiply here 17, and this is your indirect cost. This is your indirect cost. So just write the answer. It is going to be 28,800. It is going to be 28,800 rupees. So your new cost of the project is 28,800 rupees. So we can say that we have reduced our project duration in the crashing, and that's the main aim of the crashing, that we have to reduce the project duration, and in doing so our cost should go down. Our cost should go down. Since it has reduced, then we can go for further crashing. Okay, in this question the cost has decreased. The cost has decreased. So it's a good sign that we can continue our crashing. But in the question it had directly said that just crash the activity by 3 days. Okay, just crash the project duration by 3 days. It means this will be our final answer. It is going to our final answer. So the steps are very easy. The steps are very easy. Nothing new has been added. Nothing new has been added. This direct cost and indirect cost you have already been taught in break-even analysis chapter. So only some steps are there. A new thing is cost slope. So just go through these steps. I am going to write another example, and it's one of the good example. And in coming lecture I will be dealing with different kind of previous year numericals or new numericals from some of the books I will be discussing. But here one more example I am going to take. So I have written the second example, and it's one of the good example. Okay, with the help of this example every doubt will be cleared. Okay, every doubt will be cleared. So a network diagram is already given. It consists of activity A, B, C, D, E and F. The respective activity completion time is written along with it. Okay, the direct cost is rupees 16,000 and the indirect cost is rupees 300 per day. And look at the table. Look at the table. A table is given consisting of activities versus cost slope. Okay, cost slope in rupees per day. Cost slope in rupees per day. So a table is given, and for each activity each cost slope is given. Okay, what they have been asking, it says that if the project duration has to be crashed down to 16 days. Okay, if the project duration has to be crashed down to 16 days, then find the cost of the project. So they are asking that if the project duration is crashed down to 16 days, okay, then find the cost of the project after crashing. Okay, so you know the first step, that draw the network diagram. Network diagram is already given in the question. So just move to the second step, that find the critical path. Find the critical path. So find the critical path. So what is the critical path? Just A, B and D, 8, 15, 20. A, B, D and A, B, D is 20. So just I am writing it somewhere. A, B, D. It is 20 days. The next one is A and F. A, F. It is 15 days. It is 15 days. And next one is ACE. ACE. It is 8, 11, 11, 6, 17 days. Okay, 17 days. There are 3 paths, and the critical path will be the one which is consuming the highest duration. So our critical path is ABD, that is project completion time is 20 days. So just tick those activity which are critical, A, B and D. Okay, so our first step is completed, that we have to find the critical activity and we have to look for the critical activity which is having the minimum cost slope. So just look at A, B and D. Which one of these 3 having minimum cost slope? So B is having the minimum cost slope, that is 300 rupees per day. A is having 900 rupees per day and D is having 400 rupees per day. So we cannot crash A and D. We have to crash activity B. Okay, we have to crash activity B. So first find the critical path, and first what we have to do, we have to calculate the total cost before crashing. Total cost before crashing. Okay, so total cost will be equals to direct cost plus indirect cost. The direct cost is 20,000. Direct cost is, sorry, it is 16,000. Direct cost is 16,000 plus indirect cost. Indirect cost is 300 per day. How many days? 20 days. How many days? 20 days. So it is going to be, total cost is going to be 16,000 plus 6,000, 22,000 rupees. So total cost before crashing is 22,000. Okay, total cost before crashing is 22,000. The second step says that crash activity crash activity, which activity? Critical activity, that is activity B. Why it is having minimum cost low? Crash activity B by how many days? By dash number of days. Now just look carefully. Okay, it is showing that crash down to 16 days. It means the early project completion time is 20 days, and now we have to complete the project in 16 days. It means we have to crash the activity B by how number of days? 4. Okay, by 4 days we have to crash the activity. So just look at the network diagram. If we are going to crash it by 4 days, if we are going to crash it by 4 days, it means now it is going to be completed in how many days? 3 days. So just calculate the project completion time now. 8, 3, 11, 11 plus 5, 16. So I can say that A, B, D is how many days? 16 days. Now 8, 7, 15. Our critical path has not been changed. Good. 8, 3, 11, 11, 6, 17. It means ACE, it is 17 days. So in crashing the activity B by 4 days, we have changed our critical path, and that's not allowed. That's not allowed. We cannot change our critical path. So we cannot directly crash our activity B. We cannot directly crash our activities by 4 days. So what we have to do? We have to crash the activity in such a way that more than one critical path is obtained in the network diagram. Okay, so just we have to crash this activity by how many days? We have to crash the activity by B by how many days? We have to crash it just by 3. Okay, 3. So it will be completed in now how many days? 4 days. Now calculate the project completion time. 8, 4, 12, and 12 plus 5, 17. 8, 3, 11, and 6, 17. Our critical path has not been changed. More than one critical path we are getting, that's okay, but our critical path should not be changed. So we have to crash the activity B just by 3 number of days. Okay, this is the second step. Just crash your activity B by 3 number of days and calculate the cost. So I am writing cost after first crashing. The cost after first crashing, because first crashing it means we have to crash it down by 4 days, but we are only crashing it by 3 days. It means 1 day is left. So we will crash the activity by 1 day in our second crashing. So it is only first crashing. So cost after first crashing. Cost after first crashing, it is going to be direct cost. Direct cost is 16,000 plus you know that during crashing your direct cost increases. So it will increase by how many rupees? 300 rupees per day. 300 rupees into how many days? 3 days. This is going to be your direct cost plus indirect cost is also 300. Now early the project completion by 20. You have crashed it by 3 days. So new project completion time is 17. Just calculate it. You will get again 22,000 rupees. You will get again 22,000 rupees. So just look, our cost has not been increased. Okay, but we have reduced the project completion time. Okay, so it's good. Okay, it means our project cost has not been changed, but we have to crash again by 1 day. So we will again crash the activity by 1 day. Which activity? The question arises, which activity? So just look at the board. Now write the critical path. Critical path obtained after first crashing. What are the critical path obtained after first crashing? Our critical paths are A, B, and D. It is going to consume how many days? It is going to consume 17 days. It is going to consume 17 days. 4, 5, 17. And there is one more critical path. There are two critical paths. There is one more critical path, that is A, C and E. It is going to consume again how many days? 17 days. So we have to crash the activity, any activity. Okay, which activity I will tell you. We have to crash activity by 1 more days. So just look here, which activity we can crash. So options available. How many options are available? Which activity we have to crash? Either we can crash activity A. Okay, we can crash our activity A by how many days? 1 day. If we are going to crash the activity A by 1 day, then also suppose you are going to crash the activity A by 1 day. Okay, so it will be now 7 plus 4 11 plus 5 16, 7 3 10 and 6 16, and 7 7 14. It means these two are the critical path now, and if you are going to crash the activity A by 1 day, your critical path is not going to be changed. Okay, we have to crash it down by 1 day only, because 3 days we have already crashed. Okay, so we have to crash any of the activity by 1 day. Okay, so the first option is that you should crash the activity A by how many days? 1 day, and in doing so our critical path is not going to be changed. So the first option is that we can crash the activity A. We can crash the activity A by 1 day. Okay, we can crash the activity A by 1 day. So we have written the option, that is 1 A. Second option. Suppose B crash. The second option is that you should crash the activity B by how many days? 1 day. So just look here. If we are going to crash the activity B by 1 day, so now it will be completed in how many days? 3 days. So calculate the critical path. 8 3 11, 11 plus 5 16, and look here 8 ACE. Look here 8 3 11, 11 6 17. So it is only 17 days, but it has been reduced to 16 days. It means our critical path is changing. These two are our critical path, and if we are going to crash only activity B by 1 day, so the critical path will remain only ACE. We are going to change our critical path, and that is not allowed. You cannot change your critical path. It means you cannot crash activity B by 1 day. You cannot crash activity B by 1 day. You cannot crash it. Let it be 4 only. You cannot crash activity B by 1 day. So B is not available for crashing now. So just look here. You can crash activity D. You can crash activity D. So just look here. If you are going to crash activity D by 1 day, so now the new time will be 4. Just calculate 8 plus 4 12, 12 plus 4 16. Again ABD is going to be converted into 16 days. And now look here ACE 8 3 11, 11 6 17. Again you are going to change your critical path. It means it is also not allowed. Crashing activity D alone by 1 day is not allowed. So only one option you have got till now. Now look for C. If you are going to crash it down by 1 day, again ACE will be converted into 16 days, but ABD, it remains the 17 days. It means you are going to change ACE into 16 days, and that will change your critical path. So that is not allowed. For E also, you cannot crash it down by 1 day, because in doing so ACE will be reduced into 16 days, but ABD remains 17 days. So that is not allowed. It means since you have obtained the multiple paths, just look for multiple activities. Okay, just look that whether you can crash 2 activities simultaneously by 1 day or not. So we are looking just for multiple number of activities. So second option I am writing that let's crash B plus C. Let's crash B plus C. So if you are crashing B and C both by 1 day, so it will be now 3 days and it will be 2 days. So in this path ABD you are reducing 1 day, and in ACE you are also reducing 1 day, because crashing B by 1 day and crashing C by 1 day, both the project completion time will be 16 days. It means you can crash B and C both by 1 day. It is one of the options. Option. Now you cannot crash B plus D, because in crashing B plus D by 1 day, it is ideally going to change ABD into 16 days, but AC E is going to remain 17 days. Okay, so B plus D is not allowed. B plus D is not allowed. The third option is you can crash D and C. You can crash activity D and C by one day. Crashing one day from this critical path and crashing one day from this critical path will reduce both the project completion time to 16 days. Okay, so our critical path remains the same. So one of the option is that we can crash D plus C both by one day. Fourth option is that we can crash B and E. We can crash B and E by one day. Okay, just as explained earlier, B and E. If you will crash B by one day and E by one day, the both project completion time is going to be 16 days, and our project completion time for both the critical path will remain same and they are not going to be changed. And the last option is that you crash D and E both. You crash D and E both by one day. So we have five options. We have five options left with us for crashing. Either we can crash 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. So which one to be crashed? Which one to be crashed? So for crashing, just look for the activity which is having the minimum cost slope. Just look for the activity which is having minimum cost slope. So in this table I am writing the cost slope for these options available. For A it was 900. From the original table I am writing for A it was 900. So next we have to crash B plus C. So just look at B plus C. B plus C 300 plus 400. 300 plus 100, it is 400. D plus C. 400 plus 100. 400 plus 100, it is going to be 500. B plus C. B is 300 and E is 250, it is 550. 300 plus 250, it is going to be 550. And D plus C. 400 plus 250, it is going to be 650. 400 plus 250, it is going to be 650. So just look for the critical activity which is having the minimum cost slope. So here from the following options we are getting B plus C is having the minimum cost slope, and rest others are more. So we will crash activity B and C by one day. Okay, this is the step and each in every question. Okay, so we have to crash activity what B and C by how many days? One day. Why? Because it is going to have the minimum cost slope. So crash B and C by one day each. Okay, crash B and C by one day each and find the total cost after second crashing. Okay, first crashing we have already performed by 3 days. So just right here, now it is going to be 3 days B and C, and it is going to be 2 days. Just calculate the project completion time is not going to be changed. Everything has been told. So just look for the minimum one and calculate the total cost. Total cost is direct cost plus indirect cost. The direct cost is 16,000. Okay, plus in the first crashing you have only crashed activity B by how many days? 3 days. So you have to calculate the final cost. Okay, so just you have to add the first crashing also, because it has been crashed down to first 3 days and then 4 days. So just write here 300 into 3. It is the cost. This cost was for which crashing? This was for first crashing. Okay, just don't forget it to add, because overall you are going to increase your direct cost, and overall the crashing is for 4 days. So first crashing was for 3 days. Second plus in this crashing the cost slope is 400 by how many days? By 1 day. So it is for second crashing. Okay, it is for second crashing, and these all three is the direct cost. These all three are the direct cost. These are your direct costs. Now you have to add the indirect cost. So add indirect cost here, plus indirect cost was also 300 rupees per day. By how many days? By how many days we are doing the crashing? For now the left duration is 16. Okay, the project duration is now how many days? 16 days, because just add it 8, 3, 11, 5, 16, 8, 2, 10 and 10, 16, and this is your going to be your indirect cost. This is going to be your indirect cost. Just calculate it. Answer you will get rupees 22,100 rupees. Okay, so we can say that before crashing the cost was only 22,000 rupees, but after the crashing, after the final crashing, the cost has been increased. So you can say that the crashing is not justified. But since in the question it is asking that find the cost after crashing it down by 4 days or to 16 days, so this is your answer. Okay, this is your answer. But if in the question, if it would have been asked that find the optimum duration, so after first crashing the cost was not changed, so optimum duration would be 17 days. Just listen it, because in the examination it will be confusing. If they are asking for the cost, then just go for the cost, whether it is increasing or decreasing, no matter. But if they are asking for the optimum duration, in this question 16 days will not be the optimum duration. Why? Because the cost, final cost has been increased, the crashing is not justified. But if it would have asked that find the cost is 22,100. Okay, and the optimum duration is 17 days, because in first crashing we crashed the activity B by 3 days, and the cost duration was, and the cost did not increase, and the project duration was 17 days. So that was the optimum duration, but the final cost they are asking, so the answer is 22,100. Okay, so these are the both examples. With the both examples the crashing concept has been cleared. In the upcoming lecture I will be dealing with numerical problem on the crashing. Okay, so just go through it and revise it. Thank you.